So, Farmer Jed had this donkey, Bartholomew, who was the stubbornest critter this side of the Mississippi. Jed loved Bartholomew, but the donkey had a knack for causing chaos. One sunny morning, Jed decides it's time to enter Bartholomew in the annual County Fair Donkey Derby, thinking, if this mule can make trouble, he can surely win a race. The prize, a shiny new tractor, which Jed desperately needed since his old one sounded like a coughing rooster. Jed starts training Bartholomew, but this donkey's got other plans. First day, Jed says, "Come on, Barth, let's trot." Bartholomew just stands there chewing a dandelion, staring at Jed like he's auditioning for a Grumpy Cat commercial. Jed tries bribing him with carrots. Bartholomew eats the carrots and farts so loud the chickens next door start laying square eggs. Jed tries singing motivational songs, but Bartholomew just brays over him, sounding like a foghorn with a cold. The neighbors start complaining, thinking Jed's running an illegal karaoke bar. Desperate, Jed calls up his buddy, Old Man Jenkins, who claims to be a donkey whisperer. Jenkins shows up with a straw hat, a banjo, and a jug of moonshine. He says, "Jed, you gotta speak Bartholomew's language." Jenkins strums the banjo and whispers, "Move, you furry tractor!" Bartholomew looks at him, lifts his tail, and leaves a gift right on Jenkins' boots. Jed's rolling in the hay laughing, but Jenkins ain't amused. "This donkey's got attitude," Jenkins grumbles, wiping his boots on Jed's fence. Weeks pass, and Jed's still nowhere close to getting Bartholomew to run. The night before the derby, Jed's drowning his sorrows in apple cider at the local tavern when a shady character named Slick Sam slides into the booth. Sam's got a mustache twirlier than a villain in a silent movie. He says, "Heard about your donkey troubles, Jed. I got a secret potion, guaranteed to make Bartholomew faster than a jackrabbit on a hot date." Jed, half drunk and fully desperate, hands over his last $20 for a vial of glowing green liquid. "Pour it in his oats," Sam says, vanishing into the night like a bad plot twist. Race day arrives, and the county fair's buzzing. Jed mixes the potion into Bartholomew's breakfast, and sure enough, the donkey's eyes light up like he's seen the promised land. The race starts, and Bartholomew bolts out of the gate, leaving the other donkeys in a cloud of dust. The crowd's screaming, Jed's whooping, and Bartholomew's galloping like he's auditioning for the Kentucky Derby. He crosses the finish line first, and Jed's already picturing that shiny tractor parked in his barn. But then, Bartholomew doesn't stop. He keeps running, straight through the fair, knocking over the cotton candy stand, toppling the dunk tank, and sending Mrs. Pritchard's prize-winning pumpkin pie flying into the mayor's face. The crowd's in chaos, kids are crying, and the mayor's yelling, "Who's responsible for this donkey disaster?" Bartholomew finally stops, right in the middle of the petting zoo, where he starts flirting with a goat, winking like he's Don Juan de Donkey. The fair officials drag Jed to the judge's tent, where they're about to disqualify him. Jed pleads, "It's that potion I got from Slick Sam." The judges raise an eyebrow, and out of nowhere, Slick Sam's in the crowd trying to sneak away. They nab him, and turns out his potion was just green food coloring mixed with sugar syrup and a dash of hot sauce. Bartholomew wasn't fast. He was hyper and probably a little gassy. The judges are furious, but the crowd's laughing so hard they can't breathe, chanting, "Bartholomew for president." In the end, Jed doesn't get the tractor, but the fair gives him a consolation prize, a lifetime supply of dandelions for Bartholomew. As Jed leads his donkey home, Bartholomew brays triumphantly, and Jed mutters, "You're the real prize, you stubborn old mule." And wouldn't you know it, the next day, Bartholomew's back to standing still, chewing dandelions, and ignoring Jed's dreams of glory. Moral of the story, never trust a donkey with a get-rich-quick scheme, or a guy named Slick Sam.